everyone, Jurassic World Evolution 2 has announced their latest DLC, Update 6, as well accompanying. That's the free update that's going to come along with this exciting new DLC. I think the most exciting yet, perhaps. This is the Jurassic World Evolution 2 Feathered Species Pack, which will include 4 feathered creatures. I'm not going to say dinosaurs, because one of them is a flying reptile. Coming this March 30th, that's next week at time of recording, for €5.99, $7.99, or £7.99. Sorry, I did that in the wrong order. Okay, so Frontier, the developers of Jurassic World Evolution 2, have recently posted this on their forums page where they post things. I'll put the link in the description. Both the announcement of the DLC and the, I personally think, more exciting free update that's coming along with it. You just saw the trailer for the DLC, and you may have been able to identify some of the species, but we're going to go over them all here. Sorry this news is coming a little bit late, seeing as how I only post on the weekends, and this was announced on Wednesday, but this way I can get all the news in one video. Hopefully we'll also get some species field guides in the upcoming days. Okay. Showcase an array of eye-catching prehistoric species in your parks and excite your guests with land-dwelling dinosaurs and a flying reptile. These captivating additions all exhibit magnificent plumage, ranging from dense coverings to fine coats that make them feel more alive than ever. Which Jurassic World Evolution 2 has a really nice feather shader that they added in the Dominion Biosyn expansion. And with only a few feathered species, I think 5 or 6? I don't know. People were wondering why they went to such great lengths to make this really great feather shader and only have a few species, so we suspected that something like this might be coming. And this DLC was a little late from the usual schedule, if you follow that sort of stuff. People are starting to wonder why it was taking so long. Now we know because it was a fabulous update that has a lot of stuff in it that people have really been asking for, but I'm not going to delay any longer, not going to make this video too long. Alright, let's explore everything that will be coming in the new Feathered Species Pack. First, Utyrannus, I can speak today. Utyrannus, is it? I think it's Utyrannus, but maybe I said that wrong. This is a fan favorite dinosaur. It's been known to have feathers. This is the description. Befittingly named feathered tyrant, derived from Mandarin Chinese and Latin, Utyrannus is one of the largest known feathered carnivores. With its incredibly striking nasal crest and stunning coat, it's likely to make a thrilling addition to your park. Here we have a picture. These really look like baby dinosaurs, and a lot of people were saying maybe they are, but no, it's just a perspective thing. Frontier has said that. So that's an exciting creature. We can see them in one of the temperate maps here. We got some actually really nice skin patterns where I'm assuming the pattern color will be the crests and the tail. This is the tail that they teased on Tuesday. We had a picture of a tail that was feathered, and it was not of a creature in the game. They've often done stuff like this to tease an upcoming DLC, like they released the Atrociraptor Roar, and I think the Pyroraptor feathers before those two DLCs. But moving on. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Gelopterus. Agile and quick in flight, the Gyropterus prides itself as one of the smallest airborne species in the game. I think it's the smallest. Their small stature allows them to soar through the air with ease, chasing down insects for their next meal. They have confirmed that does mean insect feeders. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I don't know if it'll be just for this creature and they'll add more insect-eating creatures later, or if this will be something that's added as an optional diet for more creatures. Interestingly, with this model, as you saw in the trailer, it looks to me like it has ears, but I looked at the skeleton and I don't think that it makes much sense for a flying reptile like this to have ears. It looks a lot like a mammal to me as it is, but what do I know? Still really exciting creature. Can't wait to see dozens and maybe hundreds of these in my aviaries. I really want to put one of these next to the Quetzalcoatlus and see the size difference because it's going to be cool to see. I like that they're diversifying the flying reptiles because, we have so many medium flying reptiles at this point. Pteranodon, Merodactylus. Anyway, Sierradactylus, I guess you could say that's small, but more medium. Tropleognathus, Geosternigba. Yeah, we just have a lot of them. And I like seeing some different flying reptiles. Interestingly, this pack does not feature a marine reptile, which I think every pack before it has done. No, that's not true. Every dinosaur pack has, but not the expansions. I don't think either of them featured a. Yeah, neither did the Camp Cretaceous expansion. But usually just a standard dinosaur pack does feature a carnivore, a herbivore, a pterosaur, and an aquatic creature. But, of course, you can't really have feathered aquatic creatures, so that makes sense. And this next one is subaquatic. You may know this from the Prehistoric Planet, but it's also a well-known fan dinosaur. It's in the Prehistoric Kingdom. Dinochirus. That's the crocodile. Clearly, I have forgotten how to pronounce things today. With arms longer than any bipedal dinosaur, the Dinochirus is sure to wow your guests. Its fascinating duck-like bill, and broad hump makes this dinosaur a distinctive prehistoric species to add to your parks. You'll most likely find them foraging on their favorite meal, plants. Not only plants, by the way. Frontier said that they will also eat fish, because we found these with both fish and plant remains in their stomachs. This is a really cool creature. I want to see how big they do it, because we don't know a lot about this creature, even though people really like it because it's funky looking. I wonder if it'll be on the Therizinosaurus rig, because that's the creature in the game it's most similar to, and it doesn't really resemble anything else we have. But that's going to be really cool to see in our parks. Sinosauropteryx, which I do know this dinosaur. Well, I knew all of them except for the butterfly bat thing. And as you can see, they have taken a dinosaur and put a raccoon's tail on it. No, that is just what it looks like. We do actually know the patterning of Sinosauropteryx in particular. We know it looked like this. And this banded mask, I guess, gave them the inspiration to give it a raccoon tail. But we found somehow in the fossils they detected pigments from the feathers or something. Anyway, the small carnivorous dinosaur is notable for its short arms and remarkably long tail that was thought to be used for balance as it ran on its hind legs. Traditionally named the Chinese dragon bird, the Sinosauropteryx is covered in delicate hair-like feathers and a wavy striped tail that is sure to make an impactful impression on your guests. So there we go. Those are the 4 creatures. Before we get into Update 6, I'm going to go to the other article, which has a lot more on it. An article that highlights Update 6, which I think is the best update yet, except arguably for Update 2, which added all our favorite decorations. Real quick, relating to the game, after this update releases, I'm going to start our first build on the channel. You'll see what that is, hopefully next week, maybe 2 weeks. Probably 2 weeks. I'll do a showcase of this next week. Alright. Welcome to our Update 6 highlight, where we'll be exploring what's going to be included in the upcoming free update for Jurassic World Evolution 2. This update will be free for anyone who owns the game, and will be available on March 30th alongside the launch of the Feathered Species Pack. Okay. Remote viewing galleries. And an exciting new addition, I agree, very exciting. We're adding remote viewing galleries, introducing brand new ways to decorate your park. We've added 2 new building attractions, the Log Viewing Gallery and the Dome Viewing Gallery. For any of you who have played Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, actually not including me, I don't know how to play it on PC. If anyone knows, please tell me. The Dome Viewing Gallery was a big thing from that people have wanted for a long time. And the Log Viewing Gallery was in Jurassic World, like the movie Jurassic World, and people have wanted that for 5 years now, essentially. So those are going to be really exciting to see in the game. We have 2 pictures of them, one of each. Alright, these new building pieces can be placed anywhere in an enclosure to allow your guests to get up close and personal with their favorite prehistoric species, of course within the safety of the gallery. We're going to see in the next part of this video, I'm going to go into the stream that Frontier released today, their live stream on their YouTube channel, where they show off some of the stuff, and we can see how these function. They're connected to a building outside the enclosure, kind of like the Hyperloop system that was added last June. Alright, here we go. The log viewing gallery, which looks absolutely incredible. I mean, look at that. Cannot wait to see that in my park. Poor goat. Here we have it in a taiga biome. So, really excited to see this. Yeah, but I feel like that's the kind of thing you use once or maybe twice in a park, not over and over again. Alright, the dome viewing galleries, much like the log viewing gallery, will also need an underground connection to an entrance building to work. As we learned in the live stream, these will be available in all building eras, so if you build on an old-gen console like I do, you will have the dome viewing gallery in every building set. The dome will be the same in every building set, but the entrance building will be different. Alright, here we see it inside an aviary, so of course it can be placed inside aviaries as well as outside aviaries. And it says that the flying reptiles will perch on this, and this just looks so cool. Both of these will be in the attractions menu, and can't wait to see it. Cinematic camera mode. So for any of you who play a sports game or a racing game, when you finish a round, it gives you like a highlights reel. As we saw in the live stream, which I'll show you the video of the devs team playing this, it toggles through different viewpoints. It will focus on dinosaurs, ranger post cameras, which is really interesting, viewpoints, and that'll be really cool just to leave up on your TV as like a screensaver almost. But yeah, that'll be like an automatic tour for your park. For those with a keen eye for photography, we've added new cinematic camera mode. Allow you to transition between camera angles and viewpoints across your park instantly. Get picture-perfect views for screenshots. It'll be accessed through capture mode, interestingly. And you'll still be able to add the overlays of the postcards, stamps, logos, letterboxes, and filters and guidelines. Which I think it's really great how much they're doing to help us get screenshots, which I think will help creators too. So yeah, there we go. Make sure to share your screenshots with us once you get a chance to try it out. Zipline variants. I am so grateful for this because I was so happy when they added the zipline until I realized, hey, I play on old-gen console. I'm probably only going to get one. Now I get at least 3. I won't have one for the DLC expansion kits, which makes sense. They wouldn't do that because this is a free update and they can't add non-free content to a free update. But that does sadly mean that it's less reason for me to use the Malta and Biosyn building sets. Alright. Here we have the DFW zipline, which was added in a teased photo from about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks now, that told us a little bit about the DLC that was coming. And here we have the Jurassic Park era, which looks really cool. I kind of want to build like a lodge now or something. I don't know. I so wish I had mixed buildings. But I'm hoping I'll be able to show you that you can build good parks with not only no mods, but only one building set. Alright, Sandbox Mode is getting a plethora of new additions in Update 6. Let's take a look at what we've added. 6 new square levels will be available to you in Sandbox Mode that are all based on the 6 different biome types in the game. Southwest US, San Diego, and California will be getting 3 expanded square levels. As we saw in the live stream, these are essentially gigantic square maps, which is something else that we've been asking for so long, and I did not believe that they would ever do this, and this is incredible. It's interesting that they put 2 expanded desert ones, but something about all 3 of these maps is that they're all big maps, except that they have big limitations on them, like a big mountain just in the center, so I think those will be taken away. And I'm really excited. I don't know if I will ever use the other maps. They said that Biosyn Valley has, and Biosyn Valley has the square maps. Nublar 2015, it looked like, and Pennsylvania and Germany also have those. More settings. Unlimited feeder reserves. Finally, I can have feeders in my park where ranger teams don't have to go to them every 5 seconds. Income tax. Why would you have such an idealistic game? and add income tax. I will never set that to any setting other than none. But I'm still grateful that they're adding all these realistic features. I'm just a sandbox player, so I like that they're adding that. Wild capture frequency, that will be fun, actually. And decoration foliage. I'm going to talk more about that later. If you choose to turn on unlimited feeder reserves, feeders will no longer need to be refilled by the ranger team. Alright. Here's a picture of the menu, and you can see the settings for the unlimited feeder reserves. Alright, quality of life changes. They add these almost every update. And now it looks like guest buildings are just going to build instantly. Also, you can place multiple of the same building by holding down the control button or R3 on a controller. So that's actually something a lot of people ask for. It seems like an obscure thing. But for any of you who have played like Age of Empires, it has the exact same thing where you hold down the control. You can place 10 houses in a row instead of having to go back into the menu, find a house, place a house, go back into the menu, find a house, place it. You know what I mean? Alright, small dinosaurs are being given more behaviors. They can raise their heads up when walking through water, and even navigate through areas where they would have been blocked before. The first one's good. The second one, I'm worried for my parks where I use decorations for sides of fences. I'm afraid they're just going to walk through it now. Combat for sauropods. This isn't what you think. People want the sauropods to fight back against the carnivores because right now they just stand there and get eaten by 2 velociraptors. But this is a little wordy, so I'm going to sum it up. They don't die as easily unless animals will attack them, but they still can't fight back. Alright. And if you play on PS4 and you just got a PS5, you can now import your save files from PS4 to PS5 and all your game progress. Yeah, that covers... Oh, one more thing. On the decoration foliage, this is one of the most exciting things in Update 6. I don't know where it was. I must have skipped over it. You can now use all biomes, trees, and rocks in any save file. This means you can create biodomes or biomes, however you want, in any map, unless you play on old-gen console, which is like 40% of the community, including me. So I'm very sad about that. But this is a humongous update. We don't give Frontier enough credit for this. This is extremely exciting. I'm going to go over the highlights of their live stream, which has given me lots of ideas for parks. After we finish our next park build, I want to redo my build of Jurassic World, which I built about a month after the game released, and now I'm going to do it again with the big map, which hopefully I'll be able to fit most of Jurassic World on instead of just the main street. And now we have more decorations since last time I played it, so I'll give you a little highlights reel here. Thank you all for watching. Keep your eyes on the channel. Please subscribe to help us grow. The video's not over yet, so keep watching for this highlights reel.
Great. So let's take a look at some of the new features coming in Free Update 6. And we're actually seeing one of them right now. This is the new... I thought this was a good place to start, and you know, people can see some of the new stuff in the background as well. This is the new cinematic camera mode, which I mean, I would just have this as like a screensaver if I could. I mean, my hours in the game would rack up in the thousands at that point, I think, and I wouldn't be able to do anything else on my computer. But the cinematic camera mode is for the new is a new feature in the capture mode, and. James, can you share a little bit more about what the cinematic camera mode is all about?
Sure, yeah. So the motivation here is just a bit like the guest cam, to give people a new way to experience their parks and appreciate them, you know, at not always the ground level, but just seeing different angles to your parks that you wouldn't always see just in the normal sort of top-down gameplay. So yeah, cinematic camera rotates through interesting views of your park, and that could be guest views that you already have, for example, the view that you see from a hotel or from a monorail, zip line, stuff like that. And then there's a few new ones as well. So we move the camera over paths, for example. It follows over the guest paths. to create like really nice flyovers. We have a few dotted up in the sky that are looking down. Obviously, we've got focusing on the individual dinosaurs, and like you said, it's you can just sit it and let it run. And when we're having meetings about this, we quite often we'll just be streaming it, and one person, we're all talking about it in the meeting, but it's just playing in the background, and then all the meetings end up overrunning because we're just standing there and watching it. So
some people have like a kitten cam or something in the background. The Jurassic World Evolution 2 dev team has Jurassic cam or dinosaur cam,
exactly,
if you will.
Yeah, and as you just brought up the settings, there's loads of ways to customize this, so you can pick which scenes you want to view. You can pick if you want to specify flying reptiles or marine reptiles, for example. You can customize it to your heart's content, and all of the customization that goes into capture mode normally is also available. So all the cool billboard, the black bars and the overlays and things like that are all available.
And as some eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed, last week we are introducing some new zipline variants. Because originally we added a Jurassic World variant, and now there are DFW variants and also some Jurassic Park variants. So this is the DFW variant, very in line with what we've done before with the DFW style buildings. And I believe over here we have the Jurassic Park variant as well. And they're going to function pretty much the same as any other zipline.
Yeah, they work the same, but it's just a way to put it into the park in a more seamless way. Right?
James said, I have a lot of buildable space. So one of the things we announced for this update was something we called it square levels, which unfortunately I think confused some people, so apologies. What we mean by square levels is square maps. And what we mean by that is we mean square versions of the maps that we have. And I am on one of those square versions right now. This is the furthest I've been able to zoom out on this particular map here. And just to show you how big this thing is, this is a corner of the map, and then we continue, and we continue, and we continue, and that is the size of the square tropical map.
Yeah.
So for all you park builders out there, this is a literal square that you can build on, and it is quite sizable. Like, the buildable area stretches to about here, I think.
That's it, every dinosaur in the game, in one park, everywhere, whole map.
So basically, go wild is what I can say to this.
And there's one for every biome as well.
Yes. Let's also talk about some trees. So we have already individually placeable trees in the game, but now you will be able to mix and match some of those trees, because we are opening this up for, I believe it's for PC and next generation players. You'll be able to take all of these placeable trees and these placeable planters and use them across the board for all the different environments. So right now I'm in the tropical environment, but I have access to the tropical trees, obviously, alpine trees, desert, Mediterranean, taiga, I forget.
Maybe.
Temperate and temperate autumn, which I think is also a cool thing, because it is the color variation of the temperate. Just a way to expand the creativity in sandbox mode a little bit.
Maybe you could do like a sort of pre-autumn scene where some of the trees have turned and some of them are still green leaves, right?
Yes, but it's I like it a lot. So this is for all of those placeable trees, for all you who enjoy placing these out to really decorate your parks in different ways. So now you have all these different trees that you can play with. The community is really simple at heart. They want trees and they want logs, said someone on Twitch chat.
We're giving them.
And you know what? We're going to give them to you. You get your logs.
Alright, keep in mind this is just a highlights reel. There's a lot more than this in the update. Hopefully we're getting trash cans and benches. I really want to just thank Frontier for their fantastic work on this. I hope to see you all when I cover this DLC and when I start our next build series. Thank you for coming to the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, even though I don't like saying that, because that's what every YouTuber ever has said. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just advise that you go watch the stream if you're interested. Watch the trailers, read the articles. There will be a link in the description. Thank you.